Are the Raiders cooking up something big? Big moves might be coming for the Las Vegas Raiders. Could Geno Smith and Shedeur Sanders be teaming up for something legendary? And what about Joe Milton? Reports say the Raiders could be the perfect landing spot for the young quarterback. Oh, and guess what? A familiar face might be returning to the silver and black. All right, let's get into it. Joe Milton to the Raiders? That's the latest buzz. According to Tony Graciano, the Patriots are looking for a third-round pick to trade him. Funny, right? They drafted him for a sixth-round pick last year, and now they're trying to flip him for a third. Talk about making a profit. But here's the thing. The Raiders need a quarterback for the future. Geno Smith is 34, and while he's a solid option for now, he won't be around forever. That's why Newsweek just named the Raiders as the top destination for Joe Milton. Could he be the young QB who steps in when the team is ready to move on? What do you think, Raider Nation? Should the team take a shot at Milton or should they look elsewhere? Let me know in the comments. Could Joe Milton be the Raiders' future? The Raiders are in a tough spot. They need a young quarterback, but with only two QBs projected to go in the first round, their options are limited. That's why some experts believe a trade for Joe Milton makes a lot of sense, especially with the Tom Brady Patriots connection still in play. Andrew Buller-Russ from Sportsnaut pointed out that sitting at pick number 6, the Raiders don't have many choices. They might have to sign another veteran, just like they did last year with Gardner Minshew. But if it were up to him, he'd be on the phone asking about Joe Milton right now. So, is Milton worth a third-round pick? I say, why not? He's young, talented, and in this year's draft class, he'd be one of the top performers. Sure, he's still a project, but let's talk about his raw talent for a second. Standing at 6 feet 5 inches, Milton has the size and strength of a true NFL quarterback. He's got a cannon for an arm and can move well in the pocket. Some even compare him to Cam Newton. Not saying he'll be the next Cam, but the potential is there. It just takes the right team to give him a shot. New England might be ready to let him go, especially with Drake May as their future QB. And Milton? He's probably looking for a chance to prove himself. With Geno Smith as the Raiders' current starter, Las Vegas needs a long-term solution. Could Milton be that guy? Let's not forget, in his Week 18 start against the Bills, he played great, 22 for 29, 241 yards, a touchdown, and a passer rating of 111.4. Oh, and he added another touchdown on the ground. The talent is there. The right system could turn him into a star. And the Raiders might just be the team to do it. What do you think, Raider Nation? Should the team take a chance on Joe Milton? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Could Joe Milton or Shedeur Sanders be the future of the Raiders? Imagine this. Joe Milton joins the Raiders, learns under Geno Smith, and slowly builds his confidence until he's ready to take over. Sounds like a great plan, right? But the real question is, what's the right price? The Patriots reportedly want a third-round pick. But let's be honest, are they really going to get that much? If I were the Raiders, I wouldn't even think twice about offering Aiden O'Connell in a trade. Boom, deal done. But if the Pats want more, how about this? Michael Mayer and a fifth-round pick. Josh McDaniels, who drafted Mayer, might love to have him back. Meanwhile, the Raiders get Milton on a cheap rookie deal and can still use their draft picks to fill other holes on the roster. But let's say they don't trade for Milton. No big deal. There's another exciting quarterback possibility, Shedeur Sanders. Geno Smith recently posted a picture with Shedeur Sanders captioned "Legendary." Raider Nation went wild. Some loved it, others hated it, but one thing's for sure. It got people talking. And honestly, I love the idea of a Geno-Shedeur duo in Las Vegas. Geno is the present, and Shedeur could be the future. Sure, some people are down on Shedeur after recent performances, but I still believe he's a top QB prospect. Here's the interesting part. His draft stock is slipping. Just a few months ago, he was projected as a top pick, but now there's a real chance he could still be on the board at pick number 6. So Raider Nation, what's the move? Joe Milton, Shedeur Sanders, or someone else? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should the Raiders draft Shedeur Sanders at number R? If Shedeur Sanders is still on the board at pick number 6, the Raiders need to sprint to the podium and draft him. No hesitation. Sure, there are fans who believe Ashton Jeanty should be the pick, especially with the team already securing Geno Smith at quarterback. Running back is a big need, no doubt. But with all the buzz surrounding Shedder Sanders, along with reports that the Raiders are still considering a quarterback at number 6, it wouldn't be shocking if they pulled the trigger on him. Would I be mad? Not at all. In fact, I'd be hyped. The Raiders have several needs, and while they could go in many different directions, the quarterback of the future must be on this roster in 2024. Geno Smith is a solid bridge QB, but we can't enter the season with just him and Aiden O'Connell. We need a young quarterback to develop and compete. So, Raider Nation, Geno and Shadur in the same QB room? I say hell yeah, but what do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Raiders re-signed DB Darnay Holmes. In other news, the Raiders have re-signed CB Darnay Holmes to a one-year deal per Jordan Schultz. Last season, Holmes recorded 30 tackles, 3 passes, defended 2.5 tackles for loss. He stepped up when Nate Hobbs was injured, logging 236 snaps as a slot corner and proving to be a valuable depth piece in the secondary. Holmes spent 4 seasons with the Giants before joining the Raiders in 2024. Over his 5-year career, he has totaled 145 tackles, 21 passes, defended 4 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles. This isn't a game-changing move, but it's a smart depth signing, especially with key losses in the secondary. That's all for today, Raider Nation.